question that a lot of you got wrong. So what I'm going to do is just go through the question with you. The question says a diagram shows a trapezium, which you can see here. The lengths of all the sides of the trapezium are x minus 5, so that's given as a length, x plus 2 and x plus 6. Okay, we're not given that one yet. All measurements are given in centimetres. The area of the trapezium is 36, so we know the area is 36. We've got to show this. Now, a show that question means you've got to start with some sort of formula that you get out of this picture and end up with that. So, what we know is the area of the trapezium, and if you look at the front of your exam booklet, you'll get a formula for the area of the trapezium given to you, which is a half bracket a plus b times h. Now that's the formula for the area of a trapezium. So what you do is you find out what the a and the b mean. That's a general trapezium like that, where a and b represent the parallel sides, and h is the height between them, like that. Looking at our diagram, the parallel sides, the a and the b, are these two, the x plus 2 and the x plus 6, and the distance directly between them is the x minus 5. So we're going to use that as the a and the b and the h. So the half stays the same. Brackets, the a is one of the parallel sides, I'm using x plus 2. Plus the b, I'm going to use the other parallel side, so that's plus x plus 6. And I've got to times it by h. H is the x minus 5. Remember, if maths, you write things next to each other, it means they're multiplied. I'm going to leave the half over here, and I have a half. Tidy up this first bracket. You've got an x and an x, which makes 2x. 2 plus 6 makes 8. And you've still got x minus 5. Now, looking at that, you should be able to realise that this is a quadratic, because it's two brackets times together. So to do that, you multiply the 2x by the x, which gives you 2x squared, and then the 2x by the minus 5, which is minus 10x. Then you do the 8 times the x, which gives you plus 8x, and then you do the 8 times the minus 5, which gives you minus 40. You group these two terms together. Minus 10, add 8, goes nearer to 0, so the answer is 2x squared minus 2x minus 40. There's still a half in front of all of it. Don't know where that bit went. So it's a half in front of all of this lot, because all I've done is expanded these two brackets. Now, halving everything just means dividing by 2, so this becomes just x squared, half of 2 is 1, minus x, and that's minus 20. And that's our area formula. But we're told the area is actually equal to 36, so now I can say that this must be equal to 36. And then you look at the one you want to get, and you realise they want it equal to 0, like all quadratics should be to solve them. And the way of doing that is to subtract 36 from both sides, so get 36 away from here, and take 36 away from here. That therefore becomes 0, minus 20, take away a further 36, becomes minus 56. You still have the minus x, and you still have the x squared. That is what it means by show. So that's that question done. The next part of the question said, solve the equation x squared minus x minus 56 equals to 0, and that's when you do the double brackets and you try and factorise it. So the factors of 56, you write them in a little box. 1 and 56, 2 and 28, 3 does not go into 56, 4 goes in, what's that, 14 times? 5 doesn't go into 56, 6 doesn't go into 56, 7 goes in 8 times. The next number I would choose in this list going down would be 8, but I've already got 8, so this is all my factors. Now I have all the factors, I choose a pair that will somehow combine to give me minus 1x in the middle. The only pair that's a difference of 1 is that pair there. So I'm going to choose the 7 and the 8. I have to put x and x in the front of both brackets to make x squared. The 7 and the 8 need to go at the ends. I want to get a minus 1x, so it must start with a plus 7 and then take away 8 to get minus 1. Solving it means find what x actually is. So if this equals 0, it means that this bracket here could be 0, or this bracket here could be 0. So my answers are x equals minus 7 and x equals positive 8. Because to move a plus 7 over there, it becomes negative, and to move a minus over here, it becomes positive. So my two answers are x equals minus 7 and x equals 8. It then says, hence find the length of the shortest side of the trapezium. Well, if you've got two answers for length, clearly minus 7 can't be a length, so you can't use that one. But you can use x equals 8. So the shortest side, we know we're going to use x as 8. Then we have to look at our diagram. So we go back. The diagram shows this. So when x is 8, we choose which is the shortest side. If I put 8 in there, it will become 8 plus 2, so that length is 10 long. This one is 8 plus 6, so that length is 14 long. And this length is 8 minus 5, so that is 3 long. So the shortest length of my trapezium is this one, it's 3. So my answer to my question here, hence find the length of the shortest side, is 3 centimetres.